What up, Cuts? It's your boy, The Hater. I wanted to make this video. It's a little bit overdue, but sue me. It was WrestleMania season. I didn't have time to talk about CM Punk doing an interview with Ariel Helwani. But this was important wrestling news, and I should have been thorough about it. So here we are, Cucks. Here are my thoughts just in time, right before the whatever next step is going to be, where Tony Khan reveals the footage of some goofy shit, right? So CM Punk, that cuck, goes and does an interview with Ariel Helwani, who is annoying. I don't know why. I just find this guy to be very irksome, right? A lot of people don't like him. I'm not sure why. I think it's just he just comes off as fake. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. For what he does, he's good at his job, so I can't hate the motherfucker, right? But basically, CM Punk won a lot of the fans over with this, right? You can spot the very stupid wrestling fans by what they think at what juncture in a story, right? So, for a while, after CM Punk got booted from AEW and the world was the wrestling neckbeards were pro AEW, the story became, oh, CM Punk is the problem, which is obviously the correct take, right? Now, people are turning on AEW. I don't know why, to be honest. It's the same shit it's always been. But anyways, people are turning on AEW. And what's happening here is now people are turning on their opinion on CM Punk as well, right? He did this interview with Ariel Helwani where he came off as fake as you could possibly get, right? This idea that CM Punk keeps it real is complete horseshit. CM Punk is full of shit. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of CM Punks in this world, and he is a fucking pussy, and he is all about talking shit, right? This idea, first of all, I'm going to talk about this in detail, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. But basically, CM Punk starts talking about how Tony Khan did everything wrong, right? And as usual, every CM Punk promo is just to mask his own insecurities, right? CM Punk was never a cool kid. CM Punk was never cool in the WWE locker room. CM Punk was never cool in AEW, right? He's just not liked because he's arrogant and he thinks he's better than he is, right? And when the time comes, he can't back it up, right? There's that story that has gone around where CM Punk decides to make a speech in like the SmackDown locker room or something, and he's like, "Don't make the locker room dirty." And Booker T's holding like a tray of like the leftovers of what he ate for the lunch or whatever, and he just drops the tray on the ground, right? And this was like Booker T basically throwing out his dick and being like, "Do something about it," right? You're talking all this shit, talking like a leader, basically threatening us. We're supposed to be afraid of CM Punk. Booker T just drop. What are you gonna do? Like, what the hell is CM Punk gonna do to Booker T? Booker T would lay the smackdown on him. He'd probably hit him with a bookend, like right then and there, right? So of course, as the story goes, as far as I know, CM Punk didn't do shit, right? Now CM Punk in this interview with Ariel Helwani, he basically once again takes on the role of locker room leader, right? Now, whether or not you like the Young Bucks or not, like I don't like the Young Bucks. I think Adam Page is a nerd. But at the end of the day, like I think I'm on their side more than I am on CM Punk's side, because at the end of the day, CM Punk just comes off fake, right? Basically, the entire interview with Ariel was CM Punk saying how Tony Khan isn't a man. He said he's a nice guy, but he's not a boss, which is basically, in this case, code for he's not a man, right? He can't handle business, right? So it's not just a boss that handles business. A man needs to handle business. This is my company, or this is my environment, right? You need to do as I say because I'm the boss here, right? And that's a very, if you're a man, obviously a woman can do this too, duh, right? But if you're a man, you're basically being challenged on your manhood, right? That's what CM Punk was insinuating. I know some of you are thinking, what are you talking about? He didn't say that. Those are the underpinnings, Cuts, because the next sentence that came out of CM Punk's mouth was, Tony, handle it, or else I'll handle it and you won't like how I'll handle it. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? There's a part where like he says he stood up to Jack Perry, and Jack Perry was like, do something about it. And CM Punk was like, yo, I'd kill you. Would you? Would you? Now, I know Jack Perry's about 120 pounds, but CM Punk is a fucking weakling. Let's be honest. CM Punk ain't beating anybody up. You know what I mean? Like, just like when I was watching with my fiance, and my fiance is a small girl, right? She saw Cody Rhodes, and she's like, if this guy was in the street, she's like, I wouldn't be afraid of him. Right? And of course, Cody Rhodes would beat her up, and he'd probably beat me up, you know. But like, well, actually, I don't know, to be honest. Like, I think the savage in me would just eat his head. But the point is, CM Punk was making it seem as if like somehow CM Punk's supposed to be this feared figure, right? Just like Samoa Joe and these other like fucking weirdos who like they've never fought in their life, right? I mean, CM Punk did fight in the UFC, but he didn't do anything. He just got his ass beat. He did as well in the UFC as me or one of you would have done, right? He just went there, got his ass beat, and got $1 million, right? But the point is, CM Punk, his entire recounting of his time in AEW is basically, I thought I was the tough guy, and people didn't bend to my will. That's pretty much what it comes down to, right? Because at the end of the day, Why the fuck would the Young Bucks and Adam Page just bend to his will, right? They're like, oh, you fucking suck. All you do is parasite off of everybody. And this is like, he has a track record of this. When it's all said and done, company man CM Punk is going to go away. And when he leaves WWE again, he's going to talk shit about them again, right? He's just trying to make some money right now. And that's all this is. He's not good enough anymore. And he's going to quickly become very upset that he doesn't get a push into WWE either because he's just a fucking jobber. But the point is, a lot of the WWE fans, and a lot of AEW fans even, turned on CM Punk, right? They turned back and forth on him. First, they were like, CM Punk is the problem. And now all of a sudden, they like, I don't know what happened. Maybe Dave Meltzer said something. But everyone now seems to be under the impression that Tony Khan is like the asshole and CM Punk was like held down and Tony Khan should have let him go. Like, get the fuck out of here. CM Punk goes there, pretty much exploits poor Tony Khan. Like, I get it. Tony Khan's a cuck, right? And he's a rich boy, but it doesn't mean you should take advantage of him, right? In my life, I've had many opportunities to manipulate and use people for money, but I've never done it because I'm a person of integrity. And CM Punk and Sasha Banks and all these people that are taking these exorbitant salaries are not people of integrity. There's a few good ones, like Jericho, for example. He actually makes a difference, right? But I don't know how people can live with themselves to get paid crazy salaries and not contribute. Like Sasha Banks, if she's getting paid, let's say $1 million, she knows she's not going to make them $1 million ever, right? So she shouldn't take that money. Like, I mean, on a moral perspective, right? Of course, get your money, go get paid, right? But don't fucking tell me that you're something special. So the world has turned again on CM Punk, and now CM Punk is a hero, right? CM Punk kept saying, well, it's not my company. I don't care what he does. You know, it's not, I didn't sign the NDA. Yeah, but you fucking signed the NDA, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Here's how NDAs work. Nobody can force you to sign an NDA, right? Nobody can force you to sign an NDA unless you agree to sign an NDA. So what happened was, Tony Khan said to CM Punk, hey, you have to sign this NDA. CM Punk may have said, I don't fucking feel like it, right? And Tony Khan said, please, man, you have to do it. I'll pay you, right? You don't sign NDA for nothing. You have to get, to have a contract, you need what's called consideration, right? Consideration means you have to exchange something of value for something of value that's given to you, right? So if I say to you, yo, I'll give you my car for free, and you say yes, that's not a contract, right? Because I'm giving you my car, which has value, and you're giving me nothing of value. So it's not a valid contract in the law. Same thing with NDAs, cuts. The way it would work is like this. Tony Khan would say, look, for the privilege of you not talking about this, I'm willing to pay you a certain amount, or I'm willing to give you some privilege, or I'm willing to do something. And CM Punk signed it. He agreed to the terms, right? So the way he presents it at the Ariel Helwani show is because most wrestling fans definitely haven't gone to law school. Most of them are probably high school dropouts. They don't understand how this works. They think an NDA is just something someone can force you to do. So he's like, oh, I am forbidden from talking about it. You forbade yourself, cuck. So don't fucking give me this shit. He got the money and he exploited Tony Khan severely, right? And then he was like, you see what's happening, Tony Khan? Like, you don't know how to run a company. Like, CM Punk has never ran a company in his life. It's certainly not a wrestling company, right? This idea that he goes around telling people what to do and how to do it, and all of a sudden now he's like, it's not my company. Go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? I know this. I know this type of gag. Probably what happened, and this part is just conjecture because I wasn't there, obviously, cucks. But probably what happened is I hope I release this video before Wednesday because it would suck if I predict what happened and then it's validated before I release the video, cucks. But anyways, probably what happened was the Young Bucks and King Omega and those other guys and Adam Page were fed up with it because he's a fucking prima donna, right? He's just a prima donna in general, right? So they were like, yo, fuck this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is our company. You're just here for a paycheck. You're not going to actually put anybody over, right? And they were right. He didn't put anybody over. He just came, he got paid, and he left, just like Sting, right? It's just his retirement plan, or one of his retirement plans, right? And he was able to raise his stock and go to WWE afterwards. So probably they were like, yo, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of you. Like, I'm going to try to, like, bury you, you know, in a shoot interview because, like, you know, that's how it's going to be. And then Adam Page, who for better or for worse, is a strong guy because I've seen him lift dudes. He's a strong guy. And CM Punk was like, I double-legged him and I did everything I could to not murder him. I'm pretty sure in a fight, Adam Page would just destroy CM Punk within 35 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Adam Page, yeah, he ain't Powerhouse Hobbs, but he ain't fucking CM Punk either. You know what I'm saying? So CM Punk really, like, he really didn't learn anything from the 2 beatings that he took. Like, he really does believe that he's something special. He fucking is. He ain't nothing special, bitch. So with that being said, CM Punk really tried to bury this company. This company that did nothing to him except pay him what God only knows how much money they paid him. It's probably millions of dollars. They paid him. He gave them nothing in return, and then he buries them. Now, I know you're thinking, hater, don't you hate AEW? No, I fucking don't hate AEW. No, I don't hate WWE. I don't even hate CM Punk, right? I like everything and everybody. I'm the hater because I'm here to point out the flaws so things improve. Yeah, I hate AEW wrestling currently. I hate WWE wrestling currently, right? But WWE used to be awesome, and AEW has the potential to be awesome, right? I seek to make things better, right? Not that I give a shit, but you know what I'm saying, right? I don't hate any of these companies. And even if I did, right? Just because I hate AEW doesn't mean that people taking advantage of Tony Khan, who seems like a decent guy overall, right? Yeah, he's kind of dumb. He kind of doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, right? And he's in way over his head, in my opinion, right? And quite frankly, I just don't think he's that smart. You know, I know he has like a degree in business, so he's obviously not a complete idiot. But I don't think he's that smart. You know, like a lot of people go to college, a lot of people go to grad school, a lot of people go to law school, a lot of people become doctors, so they're not that smart. You know what I mean? It happens all the time. But the truth of the matter is, cuckolds, it really comes down to that. And it's really like, that simple, right? CM Punk tried to bury this company, and quite frankly, they don't deserve it, right? Like, I knew as soon as they signed CM Punk that this was destined to fail. I'm pretty sure I've said this many times back then when CM Punk debuted. But think about it. I told everyone, as usual, I was right? How many times am I fucking wrong, honestly? I'm always right. So, like, as I said, signing CM Punk is going to be to their detriment because at the end of the day, CM Punk didn't make up for his salary. No way CM Punk earned $2 million for the company. Absolutely not. Their buy rate is like 60,000. You know, he ain't drawing shit, right? So he took their money, and then not only that, after he took their money, he subsequently went on Ariel Helwani to bury them, right? He went to bury them, and then he played that pussy ass, that pussy ass gimmick of, oh, I don't know, I don't want to step on toes, right? He's like, what is there to talk about? Like, hey, if you believe the hate and lies about me, do this, do that. And then on WrestleMania weekend, right? He was part of the pre-show that nobody watched, but I did catch the last few minutes of both shows, right? And in the first night, I think it was, he's like, oh, it should have been. He made it like a little joke. He's like, oh, Seth Rollins was in the main event. Should have been me, bud. And then like the fucking girl, like the Renee, whatever her fucking Renee Young, the current Renee Young of this week said like, ha ha ha. She like laughed, right? And like Booker T was like, oh man, right? Like, and it's like they just kind of like had to acknowledge the fact that CM Punk like should have been in the main event. And it's like, why are you doing that? Why are you burying Seth Rollins? You know what I'm saying? Why are you burying like the main event? You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up. No, maybe it was supposed to be you, but you're a fucking bitch who something happens to you and you're like I don't understand how this guy gets injured so much. It's fucking weird. I've never broken a bone or anything like that in my life. And I did boxing, motherfucks. You know, and I did boxing and I got a nice nose. I got like a really, really, really nice, really, really sexy nose, if you will. And my nose is kind of pointy in a good way, right? So like not like crooked or anything, not fucking big, nothing like that. It's just pointy. It's nice, cute, and pointy, cucks. So, and I've been punched in the face many times, and somehow I never broke my nose, right? Never broke my nose, right? Maybe I'm lucky, but a lot of people that I know have not broken anything. And CM Punk, and I get it, we're not all doing wrestling, but like we're doing other shit. You know what I mean? And CM Punk, he has like one match, he just breaks everything. He's like Mr. Glass from fucking Unbreakable. So that being said, I look forward to what the video is going to show, but personally, it's going to be very difficult for me to be on the side of CM Punk ever. In my opinion, CM Punk is a cuck. And in my opinion, CM Punk is a cancer to any company he's in. He never has been a draw in that sense, and he has never been worth the money he commands, right? The truth is this. If WWE, for 1 year straight, just showed matches from 1999, they would still draw like hundreds of thousands of people, right? They would still draw because WWE is WWE, right? Like, it's as simple as that. So everybody in the current roster, almost none of them are actual draws, right? Maybe Roman Reigns. That's about it. That being said, cucks, CM Punk can kiss my ass for everything that he said about AEW there. Fuck him. And fuck AEW too, cucks.